What are you doing?
Joshing the ball.
Out here in this cow group, spring group, got quite a few calves on the ground. Some nice Charolais cross calves. Moved them in this field earlier this week. Pretty big section. We just split it in half. Wind might be blowing a bit. But just split it in half, spread them out since they're calving. And looking back on the grazing record, we started in this field last April, making our first rotation. So we hit it in April, shooting for, as far as I know, each pass we made, shooting for a 70% or more harvest. So we hit it in April, and then we came back in 60 days later, roughly, June. And then at that time, we had all these cows in one group, the spring and fall. At that time, we took them to the other side, split them up, which they're just spring now, and the fall's on the other side. And then we made a third pass on this field in September, which was roughly 80 days, I believe. Not quite 90 days rest on it for the third time. And now we are making a fourth pass here end of March, 1st of April. And yes, this pass does have a bit of regrowth in it from earlier, past couple weeks, but it's also got a good bit of brown in it from last fall and throughout the winter. Makes for some good feed this time of year for these peak lactation cows.
Hello.
But yeah, pretty satisfied with that, especially after the growing season we had last year. We had a decent spring and then got a ton of rain in July, more than too much in my opinion. And then the rest of the fall and up until February when we got that snowstorm, the whole fall we didn't grow much. So, and they say we were in drought, D2 drought, I believe, before that snow. So that's 4 passes at, you know, good harvest efficiency each pass in a drought year, I'd say. So you be the judge if that's good yield or not. In my opinion, it's pretty good yield for a dry year later on. And if you equivalate that to these guys that make hay, they're getting what? I don't know if anybody might have gotten 3 passes, you know, third cutting this year. I don't know. From the sounds of it, it sounded like most people got 2 cuttings. So when you equivalate that out to the grazing efficiency to the hay making, I don't know. Seems pretty good yield and harvest getting 4 passes off a field in a year that wasn't even the best growing season. And we still got that half down there to get, and then once we get that done, everything else ahead of us is going to be new growth. As Wesley's jumping on my shoulders. What you doing, monkey? You being a monkey? Where's your boots at? These are some pads from the last pass. But yeah. And what's funny is I've been told that this style grazing farming is degrading the land. So take that for whatever it is. I find it to be a joke with the amount of cows we're running as far as stocking rate and the yields we're getting off fields in dry years, and the amount of poop and pee we're putting down. I mean, these cows we're fertilizing every day of the year. And with the stocking rates we're running, you know, when you're running 2 acres a pair, that's a pretty good stocking rate. And if you're compared to someone that's running, you know, 3-4 acres a pair, you're running twice the amount of animals, so therefore you're putting down twice the amount of fertilizer, right? And you're harvesting a higher percentage and just all that. I have a hard time believing that the land is going backwards. There's no way you can prove that. But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. I mean, when you look out here and you can't even walk around without hitting a manure pat, and we got a couple more days left in this section, but what you don't see is the pea spots. Peas fertilizer too. And when the full weather gets, you gotta avoid the manure pads, otherwise the full weather gets covered in poop. So yeah, mind the wind. And today's April 3rd. We started calving, first calf drop March 4th, and we are almost to 100 calves. So pretty happy with that. Should be about done the end of this month. And yeah, y'all want to come over here, but you're not ready yet. It's thicker in spots over here, like down the bottom, obviously. A lot of clover. Still got some brown in it. But like I say, it's been middle of September, end of September since we were in here last. And since this whole side of the farm did get grazed several times last year, we will try to set aside some fields to let stockpile for the growing season. However we want to do that. Just see how it goes. But yeah, these cows are ready to take off with the spring grass in front of them. But I just got to hold them back with this total grazing. But yeah. Just thought I'd share those numbers with you, and pretty tickled when I look back at the grazing records, I mean, it's pretty good. Pretty good for no fertilizer applied other than the cows. And we didn't have to feed that much hay to this group other than when it snowed and a couple wagon loads before that, I think. Maybe a bale. I doubt 2 bales per pair on this farm. But yep, I'm gonna keep on rolling. And where's Wesley at? He's probably on the other side of the fence. But yeah, hoping for a good growing season this year. Hopefully get a little more rain spread out, but can't always plan for it. Just gotta adjust accordingly. And cattle prices are at an all-time high and enjoying every minute of it. But with that, we're gonna get out of here and keep on rolling.